As you can see, this is not a Jeep. And welcome back, Northridge Nation. And yes, that's right, we added a 2021 Ford Bronco to our fleet of vehicles. Why? Well, in addition to all the cool parts we carry for Jeep and other four-wheel drive vehicles, we will be carrying a full line of all the latest and greatest parts for the new Ford Bronco as they become available. We will be building up this Bronco and taking it out wheeling in future videos. But before we get to all the fun, we figured we'd take you on a walk around of this new 4x4 from Ford. Now, from the factory, there are 7 different models available. We went with the base model. We wanted something completely stripped down, something that we can build up and show you what can be done, well, even show ourselves what can be done with this new Bronco. Our Bronco only has 2 options, and that's the 2.7 twin turbo V6 with the automatic transmission and a keyless entry pad on the driver's door that, well, somehow made it onto our build sheet. So what comes on a base model Bronco? Well, let's start at the front. This 6th generation Bronco shares styling cues from the 1st gen early Bronco. And we would say from the cheese grater grille to the ridges down the fenders, to the body lines, to the taillights, that Ford's done a decent job of giving us a good retro look in a modern vehicle. Now, looking at the side view, the first thing that really catches my eye are these little tiny pizza cutters in those big wheel wells. The tires on a base model non-Sasquatch Bronco are P255/70R16s, and they're wrapped around a set of, well, old school looking steel wheels. Now, these tires are only about 30 inches in height, probably really 29.5 inches, and that might be the first mod we make, is get some bigger rubber on those stock 16-inch steely wheels. Now, the fender flares give you 3.5 inches of coverage, and they're quick to remove. They have little quarter-turn fasteners on the back, and you can take them off to swap out to, let's say, the bigger 5-inch Sasquatch flares. The front fenders and the rear quarters are also removable. So if you get some trail damage or you want to swap them out to the soon-to-come aftermarket fenders, that's also easy to do. Now, as we walk around the backside of the Bronco, you'll notice the taillights are Bronco-inspired. You've got a center-mounted spare tire, and even the base model comes with a backup camera. Then when we open the large strut-assisted tailgate, you'll notice it goes to 90 degrees, and then you can open it even farther out to 150 degrees, and that'll expose the large cargo compartment. You've got 4 heavy-duty tie-downs, 1 at each corner, and to fully access it, we reach up under the back of the soft top, push up on the 2 levers, and then the small prop rod comes down and holds it up into place. And then, of course, we got a little storage compartment here in the back. You've got your jack tools, even a little funnel, and there's a little bit of cargo storage area where you can put some recovery gear, boots, gloves, whatever. Now, taking a closer look at the soft top, Ford is using a upgraded twill material, and this top has 4 different positions. You can run it as a fully enclosed soft top. You can remove the rear section and have just a safari top. You can also fold the front section back as a Sunrider, and of course you can have it pulled all the way down. And then for those of you who like to run completely naked, you can completely take it off. Now, moving down to the door, the first thing you're going to notice when you open it is that the windows are frameless. And, well, it doesn't matter whether the windows are up or down, it just seems more open. And of course, Ford made these doors removable. You remove 2 bolts, and then Ford has put a small handle down underneath to help you remove them. Just lift up and the door comes right off. And now comes my favorite part, and that's getting in the Bronco. If you've watched our videos before, you know I'm a big guy, 6'6", 225, and, well, I'm tight in a lot of vehicles this size. Not with the Bronco, though. The forward cockpit just seems big. You have 3-way adjustable seats, you have a tilt telescoping steering column, and between the 2 of them, boy, you can just make this vehicle fit you, even a guy my size. And I don't even have the seat all the way back, and I don't think I've ever been able to say that about any vehicle. Now, sitting in the vehicle, the dash is more forward from the driver, and there's a lot of room up there. So fitting all those cool electronic accessories you gotta have, well, there's room for that. Moving down from the dash, the digital displays are generous. The smallest center display you can get is 8 inches. Then you can also option up to the huge 12-inch display. The driver's display is also decently sized, but in making room for it, Ford moved the speedometer off to the lower left-hand side, and it just feels a little clunky. Below the center display, you have the audio and climate controls, both of which we are happy to see are still using turn knobs to adjust the main functions. Behind the gear shift lever, you have the transfer case controls. On the top are buttons for 2 high, 4 low, and the outer ring adjusts the G.O.A.T modes. G.O.A.T standing for Go Over Any Terrain. In the base model, there are 5 G.O.A.T modes: Normal, Eco, Sport, Slippery, and Sand. Now, I've put almost 1,000 miles on this Bronco so far, trying the 3 different modes, and haven't yet really noticed a difference in the average fuel economy between the Normal, Eco, and Sport. But I will tell you, the Normal mode is great for driving around just, well, normally. The Eco, that's just doggy around town, but on the highway, you really don't notice it. The Sport mode, boy, if you want to get moving fast, it changes the shift points, and that works great. The window controls and mirror controls are both on the front face of the center console and easy to reach from a comfortable driving position. In the base model, you can get any interior you want, as long as you want black and gray cloth. Now, one nice feature of the interior is that the rear seats sit up a little higher for that stadium seating feel, giving those rear passengers a little bit better vantage point out the windows. Now we get to move on to the powertrain. The engine is the 2.7 twin-turbo EcoBoost V6. It puts out a whopping 330 horsepower and 415 foot-pounds of torque. And that makes this 4,500-pound vehicle incredibly responsive and quick off the line. Now, along with that impressive throttle response, the Bronco seems to be a very agile vehicle. And that's due to the combination of the independent front suspension teamed with a power rack and pinion, which gives the Bronco very precise steering. Now, how well will that IFS do off-road, and how much can we improve upon it? Well, we're gonna find out. Now, for axles, the rear is the Advantech M220 Dana 44. And in this non-Sasquatch base model, the front IFS axle is based on the Advantech M190 Dana 30. So now it's time to address that 800-pound gorilla in the room. Yes, it's obvious that Ford released the Bronco to compete directly with the Jeep Wrangler. And, well, we welcome that. I mean, competition breeds innovation and progress. And maybe, just maybe, we'll see one of those old school manufacturers battle between the two, and we're gonna get more power, more performance, and even more off-road prowess. So in the end, we love that Ford is back in the saddle with the Bronco. And we want to welcome all new Bronco owners to the off-road community. So keep an eye out for future Bronco content along with our Jeep content. And then hit up that comment section. Are we going to see an old school manufacturer's battle between Ford and Jeep? Do you think the Bronco will help drive innovation in the off-road community? We'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching our video. We'll see you again soon.